Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Today we're flying high above Will C. Wood School here in Alameda, California. That's right, we're at a disclosed location. And this is a progress report. Remember how in school you used to get progress reports? Well, Will C. Wood School is getting a progress report. There she is, the old Will C. Wood School, the original, the OG. That's right, Will C. Wood. That's not the only school named Will C. Wood, believe it or not. There are more than one Will C. Wood schools. I've said it before, and I will say it again, that Will C. Wood, that man, created high school sports, or had something to do with the evolution of getting school sports in high school, if that makes any sense. But there are more than one Will C. Wood school, so I will have to do a little information looking up on who Will C. Wood was. But this is his school and the progress that is being made here. You can see that I do believe that's an auditorium because of the size of the roof. It looks like it's got a high roof for basketballs and other high-flying sports, badminton and all those kind of sports. But it could just be a cafeteria, I don't know. But they still are working on this project, and the deadline is coming. That's right. I would imagine that they only have 1 year to finish this. I know that whenever you are working on school projects, well, the date is set, and these kids, they want to get into school. Well, as I zoom in on the roof there, you could see all those brackets are going to be for solar panels. That's right. So if you got a new school, or even a new building for that matter, just plan on having solar panels on the roof because of state laws and regulations of making things green and good for the environment, if there is such a thing. But like I said, they still got all the siding to put on and scaffolding to tear down and furniture to install. So just because they're this close really means that they are far away, if that makes any sense. But it has been raining here in California, so that will put a little chink in the time, because when it rains, well, you just can't work as fast and as safe. So as I punch in there, you can see they have the one little courtyard in the middle that all the students will be gathering and playing as the recess is let out. So they do have them all contained in this little area. But that's what Will C. Wood School looks like today. And if you look real close, well, they are the next students out there on the field. They're waiting to come in. There's a couple of them now going out to the field to get their physical fitness, and all their energy needs to be released so they can go back into those classrooms and sit still. Yeah. It looks like Will C. Wood School is adding a little drop-off point. So this is going to be a nice little area for people to park and drop off their kids. because it was getting a little crazy on the main drag over there with all the traffic. So they added this nice little parking lot / drop-off point. And you can see that is the Will C. Wood portable buildings. Those are all portables, as they say. So we can move those from town to town. So the next school that's getting worked on, well, we'll finish this school and we will move those portables to another location. Or they might just leave them there and have 2 schools. I can only imagine what they're going to do now. But I do believe this is a middle school, not a high school. So you have Will C. Wood School. That's not a Will C. Wood High School, but I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Will C. Wood, is that elementary, middle school? These are things I should look up myself. But according to the kids' sizes out there on the field, they look like middle school age, not high school age. I'm just going by the size of the kids. And it looks like these kids are probably about in their 30s or 40s. But it takes young guys to be bent over and install roofing all day. So these guys need to be tied off. But back in the old days, they didn't have to tie off. They just were able to fall off the roof, but not anymore. Nowadays, if you look real close at those roofers, you can see each one of them have a little lanyard, like a little tie-off, so they can't fall off the roof. And I've been on those roofs, and I tell you what, your ankles and your back, they really get sore because your body's not used to working in those types of positions. So it looks like they're putting down the sheetrock and the plywood. Sheetrock? Let's get it right. It looks like they're sheeting the roof with plywood so they can put on their ceiling tiles. So I'd say they're about halfway done with the roof. But like I said, it's been raining, so they can't be working on the roof when it's raining. So there you go. I always forget to take these downward shots, so I always try to get 1 or 2 in. There you go. I got 1 in. All right, well, there you go. The birds and the students and the progress report at Will C. Wood. I can't get over that name. It just seems a little weird to have C. Wood as a elementary school. It's just too juvenile, and too many jokes could be made with that name. I won't do it. But there you go. There's your last progress report on January 2026. That's right. So if you want to see what Will C. Wood looks like January 26th, the year of our Lord, well, there you go. So next year, I will drone this, and there will be kids actually playing. God willing. You never count what you don't have. But there's that tree. I'm glad they saved that tree. That little tree. Well, I was worried that was going to be torn out. But now they have a little bit of shade for all these students to gather. Say, hey, I'll meet you underneath the tree. At least they have one tree to meet under. Well, they're ready to play. And they're ready to get into their new classroom. Yeah, see, they look like middle school kids, not high school kids to me. But what do I know? I don't know anything. That's where the superintendent and all the bigwigs do all the planning. So I thought I'd give them a little shout out too. Well, there you go. Let's end this video. I've rambled on a little too much, but I do like to give a little progress report. What's going on here at Will C. Wood. And it looks like, well, things are coming along just fine. But I tell you what, it just doesn't happen as fast as you think they would. There you go, the birds and Will C. Wood School. Always a sight to see right here next to the bay, isn't it? Yeah, they better get a big floor drain for the middle of that campus, because it looks like a big pile of water just going to gather up here. All right, well, there you go. Will C. Wood Elementary School here in Alameda, California. Well, maybe next time there'll be some kids here when I come here. I don't know. You never know when you come to Alameda what you will see. All right. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Will C. Wood Progress Report Adventures, January 2026. All right. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.